Hey guys, it's Gameface here, and welcome back to episode 16 of my Monaco career mode. Now in today's episode we've got a game against Manchester City to play, and it's the second leg of the round of 16. So in the last episode we managed to beat them 1-0 in the last game that we played at home. This time it's the away leg, and followed by just 3 days later a game in the league. We've got to try and get a result from that as well. A little bit iffy at times in the league recently, and throughout the whole season to be honest as well. Then to finish off today's episode we've got a game against Bordeaux. That one's at home. We've got a little bit of time to rest before that match. After 2 games in 4 days, we do have a little bit of time here. I don't know why they don't just push that game back. We've got a week off there, a whole week. But yeah, before we get into things, if we could try and hit 50 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers we get. Now over 8,700 subscribers. The aim is to try and, in an ideal world, sort of hit 10,000 by the end of the month, because it's my 5th year on YouTube, my anniversary on the 26th of May, but obviously that's very far away, so we'll wait and see whereabouts we get to come the end of the month. It might be that we just hit 9,000 or something like that, but let's get on with today's episode, see how we get on, and this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Manchester City. It's a similar sort of team to the one that we picked in the last episode against them. Subasic starting in goal, so Debe at right back, Glick, Gazuma, Mendy make up my defence. Bakayoko just going to sit in front of them in this 4-1-4-1 formation. In front of that, we've got Cazello, Gianmoutinho playing as centre mids, Silva on the right hand side, Malcolm on the left hand side, with Mbappe starting up front by himself, hopefully giving us some options in behind the Manchester City defence. Let's crack on with things, let's see how we get on, hopefully get ourselves into the next round, the quarterfinals. Hopefully we can knock Manchester City out here, as Monaco did in real life. If we could get as many goals as was in that game, then I'd be very, very happy with that. Here we go, at the Etihad for this match against Manchester City. An away goal here would be so good for us, because Man City did not get an away goal in their away leg, for them anyway, in our home leg. They were unable to find themselves an away goal. So obviously if we can get one, then that would massively help us, and that would give us a great advantage over Manchester City. We've got to try and do that. We're going to really try and push them here and make sure we can get ourselves, ideally, an early goal, obviously, but that is easier said than done with this such a good Manchester City side here all over the pitch. Gabriel Jesus starts this game. I think that might be after we injured Aguero in the last leg. Sterling with an attack here, good save by Subasic. So yeah, that injury to Aguero is, by the looks of it, kept him out for this match. That's what I'm assuming anyway. Early chance for Man City, De Bruyne to try and cross in. Got to clear it, and Leroy Sané heads over the bar. Great early chance for them, and we need to try and deal with that one a little bit better. Just a quick note as well, in the future, once I finish this sort of Monaco career mode and Sunderland career mode that I'm doing, I will be looking to actually do a Man City career mode. It was suggested in the comments section a few episodes back on one of the career modes, I can't remember which now, and I will be doing a Man City career mode just as FIFA 17 dies out even more. I will be introducing that at some stage, so let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below, but for now obviously we are still with Monaco and Sunderland. Silva into Mbappe, turning out here, looking for Cazello, making the run from midfield. Cazello, oh, he finishes it off. It's the away goal we so desperately needed. Into the bottom left-hand corner. What a strike that is. And it's a player that we've not had at the club for too long, but he's actually got himself a couple of goals when he started for us. He's looking quite good, actually, at times. He doesn't get involved loads of the time, and to be honest, in the play, he does go out of the match a lot, drifts out of the game, but he occasionally props up and does that sort of thing. A great run from midfield. We don't really ask him to get forward, to be honest, but he has done here. Scores past Claudio Bravo, and it's 1-0, 2-0 on aggregate, and that is such an important goal for us there. Cazello getting our opening goal of today's match. And it's kind of come out from nothing, to be honest, but we needed some support for Mbappe up front. And for the first time, really, we've seen one of the midfielders get up there alongside him and try and help him out. And it's worked perfectly for us. Now we've got to make sure we're defensively solid and prevent any sort of Manchester City goal. Fernando into De Bruyne, what an interception that is. I think it's Mendy that's come over to cover. I'm pretty sure it was him anyway. Yeah, it was, and he's done a fantastic job there to just stop Kevin De Bruyne getting a shot on goal. Brilliant interception just at the right time. Looking to hit them on the break here. I say on the break, it's not particularly quick counter-attacking. It's more more thoughtful sort of passes, playing intricately, and trying to get through there with Cazello yet again. But it's been pulled back for the free kick. Otamendi with the challenge. I think it was on Gianmoutinho, I can't quite remember. But he gets a bookie anyway. It's on the edge of the box. It might be Gianmoutinho to take. Who's our best option? It might actually be Malcolm on his left foot. I think left foot probably suits us a bit better from this angle. It's whether I've got the ability to get it up and over. Oh, it's not too far off. Just need a bit more power, I think, and maybe a bit more curl to try and put it in a better direction. But it's on target. That's unusual for me, especially from that range as well. And yeah, not a bad strike. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Who has done that challenge? Because they've absolutely smashed Leroy Sané, I think it was there. Great challenge. Silva, sorry, coming inside. Nearly found Mbappe, but a really nice challenge there just a few minutes before half-time. Oh, another challenge on Sané. Not such a good one this time round. Glick'll, I think, be booked here. No, okay, he's got away with that one. That'll do. Oh, what a pass that is to Mbappe. He's through in behind Vincent Kompany. Mbappe finishes it off. It's a second away goal. It's 3-0 on aggregate. We've opened up Manchester City there. What a fantastic way to end the first half. It's such a good pass. Again, this time the goal scorer, the guy who scored the first goal with the assist this time. Gugelo there just playing the ball through. It's a perfectly weighted pass. Mbappe just has to keep calm and smash it past Bravo. And what a goal that is. Brilliant, intricate pass. Just slots it through the defence. And it's 2-0 now. Fantastic. So 3-0 aggregate, 2 away goals as well. And this formation has worked very, very well against them. It's half-time. It's 2-0. And we are looking like we are going to go into the next round at this rate. It's just been a really good first half for us. It's been a fantastic performance overall from the team, to be honest. To have someone like João Moutinho have 100% passing accuracy against a team like Manchester City has been absolutely incredible. Running forward here as well, João Moutinho. Oof, just got brought down by Otamendi. Was not a free kick in the end, but yeah, João Moutinho has been pulling the strings in there alongside Gugelo. This formation works really, really well, and I'd use it more often. If I obviously will be using it against the bigger teams, I'd imagine, but I'd use it probably in the league if it didn't exclude Falcao. I obviously want to try and get Falcao and Mbappe in the same team. Ideally, it'd be 2 up front, but it just gives us such a vulnerability in that midfield where I just can't really afford to play it, that sort of formation, especially not against a team like Man City. But a chance here on the break. Malcolm going to try and get past Otamendi. The fullbacks have gone far too forward here. Malcolm going to cut it back. Mbappe on his right foot, blocked by Vincent Kompany. Great block as well from him. De Bruyne goes to the cross. Jesus, oh, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic header. Oh, good chance here for Sterling. Looking back into Iheanacho. Cleared away this time by Sidibe out for a corner. Good opportunity for Man City. Probably should have done a little bit better, actually. Iheanacho, I think, has come on here for Gabriel Jesus in the last few minutes. Delivery into the box, headed straight out. Good defending. Okay, first 2 changes now. Just under 20 minutes to go. Germain and Nkita to come on. We'll take off Gugelo and Mbappe. Try and rest those 2 to maybe get on the bench or starting 11 for the next match in the league. But obviously Nkita and Germain not planning really to start them in the next match. So we can afford to bring them on here. Just to see out the rest of the game. Like I said, it's just over 15 minutes to go. And we can see whether maybe we can hit them on the break to try and get ourselves a 3rd goal and a 4th on aggregate. Or we can just try and see this match out. Not really too sure. We'll just see as the game slowly comes to an end here. We should be through to the next round at this stage, you would have thought, especially with such a convincing scoreline and great performance so far. Nkita a chance here to play a pass through, but lacking a little bit of quality in Nkita. He's good sort of physically, great sort of running ability and that sort of thing, but we need to bring him up to standard really on his technique. What a delivery. Sané hits out for a throw-in. What a shot that is. Yes, Nkita's won it back. Come on, onto Malcolm. Still going here. Needs to find Germain in the box. Gonna try and pick him out. Germain saved by Bravo and cleared by Otamendi, I think it was. Oh, what a chance for Germain. He's got to really finish that one off. All he has to do is just put it in the back of the net, really. Silva to deliver into the back post. Malcolm in there. Still gonna fall for him. Oh. Very, very lucky. Could have had more goals here against Man City. Such a good performance. Thrown straight to Germain, and it's 3-0. 3 away goals. Germain with the 3rd. 4 on aggregates. That is so poor from Claudio Bravo. Realistic, but poor. And that is just straight to Germain. Just beats Kompany to it, and it's into an empty net. Wow, what a way to finish off this game. Germain, the substitute, getting the 4th goal on aggregate for us here. And we have gone sailing into the next round against Man City. Made this second leg look really comfortable, actually. And we have put in a really good performance here. One of the best ones that we've had in a long, long time. Maybe even this season as well. Got it spot on, I think, tactically. And got the result. Got the goals as well, which we've struggled to get at times this season. 7 shots on target from 7 shots. So that's pretty decent, is that? 3 of which ended up being goals. And restricted to Man City just to 4 shots, 1 on target. So Great stats for us, really, really good game, and we are into the next round of the Champions Cup. We've got a player returning from injury, Durar finally returning here, that's fantastic news. Things are looking on the up for us at the moment. Durar will hopefully come back at some point, whether this game is going to be too early or not, it's difficult to tell. He might be back next episode, we'll wait and find out. 5.5 million there from the Champions Cup going into the next round of that. But now we have a tough task. We really do have a tough game here in the league. It's 3 days after the Champions Cup game, and this is where we've struggled this season. We've done really well in the cup competitions, still in the Champions League, into a final in one of the domestic cups, and this is where we have struggled to be able to cope with all the competitions, and ultimately it's cost us in the league massively this season, and we've got to try and get ourselves a win here in the league. We're going to put out as strong a team as we can, and I think we'll go back to the previous formation which we've been using most of the season. And this is the side we're going to go with for this game in the league. We've got Subasic starting in goal, Toriel starts at right back, Zuma's going to start again here with Jemison alongside him, Jorge at left back. We've got Lemachan, again, can't pronounce his name. He's actually going to play as a holder midfielder in this match, alongside Toussaint. I think he's got the stats to try and do it. Good long pass, good short pass, and decent sliding and standing tackle. I think he could be okay at holder midfielder here, alongside Toussaint, and he's relatively fast as well. Silva's going to start on the right-hand side despite his low energy. He'll have plenty of time to recover for the next game as long as he doesn't get injured. Lamar on the left-hand side with Boschilla just in behind Falcao, who's going to start up front. And this is the match I've gone with. Again, some other players that have played fairly recently as well. Mbappe on there, Malcolm, Cogello, Jaman, Nikita, Mendy and Glick all on there to give us different options. And yeah, let's crack on with the game in the league, see how we get on. We need to try and get ourselves 3 points here, like I said before, to try and prove that we can cope with multiple competitions and that we can try and keep somewhat of a good form in the league. Okay, here we go, away for this match in the league. We need to try and get ourselves a good performance here. We've obviously got the better side, despite some changes obviously to the team, but we are expected to win this game regardless of the fact we played recently. We've got to make sure we go out there and do that. We've got to try and continue to make sure we score goals as well like we did in the last game. Silva playing through here. Was supposed to find Boschilla, but I think it was heading for Falcao. Boschilla has recently gone up to 75 overall. I think it's the first time he's played for us since he's gone up to that overall as well. Great run here though from Lamar. Couldn't find the pass, did not want it there. Wanted it across to Silva. And yeah, really positive start from us. We need to try and reward ourselves with a goal here. Silva wins it back, but gets brought down. That is the most obvious foul you'll ever see, surely. We can see from this angle, Silva coming in here, gonna win it back. Wins back the ball. Gets taken out. Look! He's won back the ball. He touches it away from you and gets hacked down. Why is that not a foul? Is that a penalty? For me, the contact just outside. I think that's just about a free kick. Could be argued to be on the line. Maybe a penalty therefore. But that is an obvious foul in itself. It's got to be given, and I can't believe that that one hasn't been given by the referee. Falcao looking for the pass through. Boschilla's through here. Boschilla gonna shoot. Saved by the goalkeeper. Falcao running back in. And Lamar. Oh, is that a foul? Oh, that one's a foul, is it, by Falcao? Oh, okay, so the other one wasn't, but that was. Okay, when he was genuinely just challenging for the ball. Falcao looking for the run there from the centre-back. Looking back to Falcao. It's always going to be difficult, but he actually won the header. And it's going towards goal. I'm not so sure he was ever going to score it. But he's done well there, Falcao. And it's really, really good play. Looking at threat into the centre-back. He's gone for the shot. Falcao will get there and it gets past the goalkeeper and cleared. What a start this has been in the opening 20 minutes. I'll tell you what, that centre-back that they've put as a holder midfielder, he is looking incredible there. His passing ability is fantastic. Oh, look at that. You don't get a centre-back doing that usually. Oh, this is such good play. Passing it around like they're not even there. Boschilla here, out wide to Toro, who's got forward. Back inside to Boschilla. Needs another option if he can get one. He will get one. Now he needs someone else to pass to. He's going to shoot. Falls for Falcao. Is he onside? Falcao, it's 1-0. He is onside. And it'll go down as an assist for the centre-back. And it's 30 minutes into this game. About time we got ourselves a goal as well. We've been the better team by far. Such domination here. Falcao smashing it past the goalkeeper on his left foot. It's 1-0 and we'll happily take it. Yes, it falls to him kindly, but it's fully deserved. So I'm not going to really go on about that too much because we have been such a better team. So it creates really great chances. And that is the reason why we're winning this game. I'm going to try and look to push on now and get more goals like we did against Man City. Boschilla inside, now going to be played to Toussaint. He's going to look back into Silva. Now on to Falcao, who's made a good run. Falcao looking back to Silva, shoots. Will it fall for Boschilla? It has done. It's 2-0. We've had 6 shots. That might even be the 7th that we've had in this first half. Such good play, fully deserved. This is the Monaco that I signed up for. This is the team that I was expecting when I first came in. An exciting, young, talented team that can score goals and is very, very lively going forward. That's exactly what I wanted, creating loads of chances and scoring our chances as well. And we have done here. It's 2-0. Boschilla getting a goal for us. Hasn't got many, I don't think, for us this season. That's something I would like to obviously try and improve on next season with him. But yeah, I need to give him more chances as well, I think, in the starting 11. Great first half, though, so far. There's a couple of minutes left, and I can say that we've fully deserved the lead at the moment. The opposition yet to have a shot. Good opportunity here for them, actually. Looking a little bit dangerous just as we go into the end of the first half. Got to try and hold this one off here. Still going here. Jemison doesn't do a good enough job. First shot, first goal. You could just see when I couldn't win back the ball. Oh, unbelievable. That sort of response makes you wonder sometimes. Crazy stuff. Unable to win back the ball. I couldn't do anything else. Yeah, maybe I could have changed player and tried to win it back. But going into half-time, 2-1. Suspicious about the 1, but they've taken the only shot they've had of the first half. Yep, that's the stats. Says something, doesn't it, really? We are actually going to take off Silva. He's very, very tired. He played in the last game just a few days ago. We are going to take him off, and I think we'll bring on Nkita to play at right mid. It's terrible. Great opportunity. Jesus Christ, that's the second shot. Should be 2-2. Great save from Subasic, out for a corner. Got to clear this. We've gone from being really, really good to just sloppy in the opening first few minutes of this second half. Jesus Christ. Clear it! Need a third goal. Really need a third goal here. Go out. Oh, Jesus. Oh, are you trying to sink the ship here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Good. Much better. Boschilla waiting for the runner here. He's going to get it from Lamar, but the touch wasn't quite right that time. Better. That's exactly what we were doing in the first half. Playing through them like that with some good football. Need to make sure we're not too complacent, though, because they are really putting the press on us now in midfield. And that is why we've, again, just created a chance for them, potentially. Toussaint trying to keep up here with the attacker. Oh, got to do better there, Toussaint. Okay, final 2 changes now. It's going to be to bring on Germain and Mbappe. We will take a Falcao and Boschilla, the 2 sort of forward players down the middle we have at the moment. There's only 10 minutes to go, so these sort of changes are fine to do, especially with such long time to recover for those players. That's it. It's a 2-1 win. We'll take it. It's 3 points for us. It was difficult. It's more difficult than it should have been, but it was always going to be a difficult match 3 days after such a big game against Man City. But like I say, it should have been a much more comfortable win than it was. It's kind of the story of our season, to be honest, making things difficult for ourselves. We've managed to get ourselves the win, though. That's the most important thing. 8 shots, 6 of those on target, with just 2 goals. A little bit disappointing. Should have been getting at least 3, I think, from that game, which would have made things much more comfortable. Shouldn't have really conceded the way we did as well before half-time. Up into 5th place as well, just 1 point in front of Bordeaux, who are actually playing the next match. So a great opportunity to extend our lead in front of them and get a little bit closer to St Etienne, who have got 5 points in front of us. We can narrow that gap down to 2, though, with a win here against Bordeaux. Let's crack on with the match, and we will do some player drills, those sort of things. I don't think I'll show you them unless there's something big that happens. Okay, I will show you this. Nkita has got up to 67 overall. Fantastic news for us. Silva about halfway to 85 as well now. Okay, so I've just got an email saying that this guy wants to leave us. He wants out because we're not offering him a contract, and actually, potential-wise, he looks really good. So we are going to offer him a contract, get him into our team, and we'll go with the future first-team player and just match everything that he wants. I've also just realised that as well as the Bordeaux game, I think we've got a game at St Etienne coming up pretty soon. Yeah, we do. So what an opportunity this is in the next 2 games to really get into the Champions League places. What an opportunity that is. And we've got to make sure we take it. Obviously in this match we've got coming up, but also in the next episode as well. And more news for you. In the next round, the quarterfinals, going to get against Dortmund in the next round. What a match that is going to be. And we'll wait and see what happens in that game. Let's crack on though with this match against Bordeaux. Let's change around the team. Okay, I think this is the team I'm going to go with. I'm a little bit unsure exactly about the team selection for today. I usually don't struggle this much, but because we've got a game against Etienne in about 4 days' time, we've got to kind of think about that a little bit as well. So I've not gone with a full-strength team. I've kind of put a couple of good players in there, a couple of other players that aren't so good in there as well. So we've got with Subasic starting in goal. We've got Torre at right back, Kurt Zuma and Glick start at centre-back, so a good partnership there. Jorge again at left-back. And again, we've got this centre-back coming in at CDM. He's going to play alongside Cosello, who's going to play at CDM as well alongside him. Duran comes back now from injury. Fantastic news. He's able to play in this game, so he does start. Hopefully he's as good as he was before he got injured. Lamar on the left-hand side with Silva going to play him behind Falcao. So this is the bench I've gone with, plenty of options, really good attacking options. These guys will obviously get into the team in the next match, in the next episode. So let's wait and find out what happens. It could be a potentially really good match, this one against Bordeaux. We need to beat them to extend our lead on them and also catch up to Saint Etienne. Let's wait and find out what happens. Okay, what an important match this is going to be in our season. Hopefully we can get ourselves a win from it. I'm hoping for a good performance from Durar as well, back from his injury. Like I said before, he was in great form just before he got injured. So it's great to have him back. Another player in the squad, obviously, as well. And I'm looking for another good performance from that centre-back that we've been playing at holding midfielder. I think that's certainly going to be his best position for us and his best use in the team. So we are going to look to use him there, I think, more often, especially after the last performance where he was really, really good. This is a good start. Again, dominant start as well. Silva running through and shooting. Saved by the goalkeeper. Has to be cleared by the defence. And Falcao's won it back, but too strongly, says the referee. And it's given as a free kick. Great start again to this game. Very, very lively stuff. Oh, what a save, Subasic. Cosello inside to Durar. Looking for another runner here. It's through to Falcao. He's got an option to shoot here. Falcao! God, got to be so much better than that. That's a really poor strike. He's got a lot of time to take the shot. He can maybe even take one extra touch, but I decided to take it there because I thought we were going to get the perfect angle to find the bottom left-hand corner. He's really mishit that one, Falcao. It's really, really disappointing. Oh, ball through here to Falcao. Great chance. Needs some support, though. He's going to get it given back to the centre-back here. He's running through. Chance. Oh, just let me score with him. Oh, it's a great run as well from the centre-back. He's gone down with an injury here. Hopefully not too bad. And he should be able to continue. But gutting that we couldn't get a shot away. That was looking like a goal for us. Lamar to deliver the corner. Can he pick out anybody here? Glick's in the middle. Head towards the goalkeeper. And it's saved quite comfortably in the end. A couple of minutes now just before half-time. And sadly not managed to take any of our chances. They've been mainly half chances, to be honest. But still had the better of the opportunities. I think that one that we've had with the CDM when he ran through was probably our best one. The one that we should have taken as well. But still remains 0-0 and we are approaching half-time. We're into half-time. And yeah, just got to add to the scoreline. I say add to it because there's nothing there at the moment. But we should be winning the match. Falcao needs some support here. He gets it from Silva. Now the overlap to Lamar. Going to play it back to Silva. Silva to shoot. Oh, so close to the bottom right-hand corner. Doing fantastically, Silva, from both feet. And it's another corner for us. Got to do more from these set pieces. Got Glick in there. Wins it. It's gone in. I'm not too sure it's got the end of it. Is it Falcao? I can't quite tell. But we've got ourselves a goal from nowhere. It is Falcao who's got it. And it's 1-0, 56 minutes in. I said we have to do more from the set pieces, and we have done straight away. Falcao wins it amongst a crowd of quite a few people. I was not expecting to come out the winner of that opportunity. You can just see at the front post here, him and Glick amongst their defenders as well. It's come off the bar, it's gone in the back of the net, and that's all that matters. It's 1-0. Okay, first change here. We are going to take off that centre-back that's been playing as a holding midfielder for us. Still not recovered from the injury, so we'll do that. And put Jean Moutinho alongside Cosello there at CDM, just to kind of give us a bit more solidity. 30 minutes to go, and we'll hope that Jean Moutinho is able to recover for the next match in 4 days' time. Yes, that's good. Silva now out wide to Durar, who's actually been quite good for us early on here. Durar into Falcao. It's 2-0. Durar gets himself an assist, just as I was mentioning how good he has been off the ball. And that is a fantastic header as well. Perfect cross. And that has surely sealed a nice win for us. Really, really good performance again. We've not had 3 good performances in a row in a long time, especially not alternating competitions as well, which we've had to do in this episode. We've found some goals, we've found a lively performance from different sort of teams as well. This is not a full-strength team. We've managed to play good football with all the teams, much more like the Monaco that I signed up for, like I said in the last game. That's fantastic. Look at this, space in behind for Durar. We're absolutely demolishing them now in attack. Durar going to shoot, all saved by the goalkeeper. I was looking really for a hat-trick for Falcao. Couldn't see the chance. Lamar. Oh, smashes it into the face of the defender. And Gianmartino trying to win it. Forced to Cogello. Oh, deflects. The goalkeeper saved it. Don't ask me how he's managed that. The reflexes are unbelievable. And is that going to be an injury? It is. Oh, Gianmartino, the substitute with an injury. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not all we needed. Okay, obviously slight tweaks now. I'm not going to bring on anybody that's going to play, obviously, in the next game. Joanne will come on, and it will put Silva alongside Cogello. Falcao will go centre attacking mid. Disappointing, obviously, to get an injury there with 13 minutes to go to Gianmartino, who I had plans to try and use him in the next match. Falls awkwardly there. Shouldn't be too bad, but you never know with these sort of injuries. Could be a knee injury, could be much worse. We'll wait and find out after the game. More importantly, we could have made it 3-0 from that chance as well. That's it, a 2-0 win, 3 points for us to extend our lead in front of Bordeaux. That's the performance we've been waiting for a long time. These sort of 3 performances in today's episode have been so good. So consistent as well with the performances, so lively. Okay, the possession in this match wasn't so good, but 11 shots, 7 of which on target. Restricted them to 1 shot on target. Great football, really, really good football at times. And of course, our target's now to finish in the top 4. That's looking much more likely, especially with Saint Etienne in just 4 days' time to try and play and beat them. But obviously, games creeping up quite frequently now, so that's the only struggle that we obviously have to try and deal with. A couple of injuries as well, which won't help us here. Player injured. Oh, Gianmartino, broken ankle. I said just be a knee injury. Broken ankle, out for 3 months. He misses the rest of the season now. Sad news there. Who else is injured? It's also that holding midfielder out for 3 weeks with a sprained ankle. So 2 bad injuries for us, one of which will obviously return before the end of the season. Gianmartino is now out until next season. But yeah, a little bit disappointed about those injuries. That kind of tarred what was a decent performance from us, a really, really good performance. Training injury. Oh, really? You're going to do this to me? 4 weeks to rise. He's just come back from injury, playing great football, and he's got himself a sprained knee. He left off from where he kind of started, to be honest, before the injury, and yeah, he's now injured again. Shame, because like I say, he was starting to play great stuff again. We do have one of our youngsters from the youth academy coming into the senior squad, and that's good news for us. And yeah, let's pretty much finish off today's episode here. We've got Pascal also joining us as well, which is good news. We can train him up, obviously, going into next season. That's everything for today's episode. If we could try and hit 50 likes, I would really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel or haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. What an episode we had today. Really, really happy with the performances. Much, much better than what we've seen in recent times. Hopefully you guys agree. Let me know in the comments below. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.